My name is Deepak Singh. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at Adeptia, and I'm also actually the founder of the company. What we do is we help companies and organizations transform how they exchange data with their customers and partners. And our product is really focused on helping companies exchange data with their ecosystem of other companies that they work with on a daily basis in terms of providing services to them or providing products to them. We have clients that um, on a daily basis receive data from hundreds and hundreds of their, or sometimes thousands of their customers and partners in their business ecosystem. And so we make this whole process of receiving and sending data and processing that data, making sure that data is useful and correct. We make that as simple and easy for our companies. So what Adeptia does is we solve what we call the first mile data problem. And what we mean by that is that we automate the complex process of bringing external data from these customers and partners into an organization and making it usable for their operations. And we have Fortune 500 companies like Visa, Fidelity Investments, Lincoln Financial, Arthur J. Gallagher, Cencora, Diodes, National Institutes of Health, the FDA. These are all organizations, healthcare companies, financial services companies, manufacturing companies that use a product. Adeptia's flagship product is called Adeptia Connect, and this is what we call an intelligent data automation platform. And what it does is that it helps IT teams and business users to collaboratively work together to set up data exchanges with their customers and partners without coding, and it's a no-code product. So this Adeptia Connect product is really a business application that we offer to our customers so that they don't have to rely on their IT teams to create these data connections and automations and integrations and these data flows, but they can give this work to their operational users or less technical users who are kind of like analysts, business analysts or data analysts, and they can go into the Adeptia product and configure this very easily. So traditionally, work that was done by developers and IT teams is being done by business analysts in our Adeptia Connect product. There are very different skill sets between IT folks and analysts, where IT folks that up to now that had been creating these integrations were doing this through, by writing code or a lot of very complicated configurations. But in order to enable it for business users, we leverage AI very extensively to make that possible. And so we have multiple capabilities in our product that allows AI to help business users do this work that traditionally was done by core developers. One of the key parts of data integration is when you receive data from your customers and partners, it's coming in all these different formats. But internally, you need to have data in a consistent format that your internal systems of record can work with. So there is a step here called data mapping and data transformation. That is the core step of any data integration. And traditionally, this is the most complicated and tricky thing because you can imagine you're getting EDI, order, which has 800 fields, and you want to map it into your ERP system, which could be Microsoft Business Central or SAP or NetSuite, and there are hundreds of fields on the other side. So now, how do these fields on the source map to these data fields on your ERP side? So that is something that takes weeks and weeks of work typically to set up and configure. With Adeptia, we have something called AI, using AI, we call a feature called AI map that automatically learns from previous mappings that have been created, and it gives suggestions. And it can see, well, earlier you've created these mappings where this field mapped to this mapped to that, and it can now give you new suggestions where it is able to do this automatically for the users. So you don't have to be a developer and have like core knowledge of your NetSuite or SAP. You can be a business user and still use our product using AI Map. So there are three key things we are seeing in the market. One is that everybody recognizes the value of using AI and using AI to be more productive and be more efficient and using AI in their day-to-day operations. But the problem with that is that there is a data foundation challenge that, so they are realizing that the AI models are all kind of pretty similar. You get something from OpenAI or you get it from Anthropic or you use the Google Gemini models. These are all kind of more or less similar. What's really different and what really affects the value, what you get out of it, is the data that is feeding that. So having the ability to have up-to-date, clean, consistent, usable data, that's that first mile problem that I talked about earlier. So this is a key problem that we solve for our customers. The second challenge that companies have is the large language models are kind of moving from foundational models to domain-specific models. So what I mean by that is the foundational models are trained on all the knowledge of the world, but they may not have all the depth. But what we are finding for our customers, what they get really a lot of value from that, from this is that if the models are fine-tuned on their specific data. Also, there's an increasing demand, thirdly, that we see is the idea of having AI for everyone in the company, making AI accessible and kind of democratizing it to all the users of a company. But it requires, it's not easy to provide that access. And so the way we help with that is we are including AI, kind of embedding AI in every feature of a product. It's not there yet. That's our roadmap for a product. But what we see happening is that AI is going to be built into everything we do. And so that it's available for everyone. First is, who is the day-to-day user of a product? So the day-to-day user of a product is not the IT team, but the operational users. So that's a big difference. While with our competitors' products, those are really developer tools for IT teams to use to build these integrations and connections. Our product is a business application. It's not a developer tool. It's a business application because we take a business user-centric approach to allow business users to come in and collaborate with IT. But the day-to-day users are business users who set up and manage and configure and monitor and track the automations, data automations with the customers and partners. So that's a big difference, the difference between a developer tool and a business application, which is what Adeptia Connect is. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would say that differentiates us is the heavy use of AI in a product. We have, there's a lot of products in the market. Everybody nowadays will say something about AI. So, and they sprinkle some AI like magic dust on a product, and they have some basic AI capabilities, but it's not really ingrained into their application. I believe our AI is true AI in the sense that we have really deeply embedded AI capabilities in our product. And the testament to that is the fact that our users are non-technical users.